Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the PrimeTime Gorehounds. This is episode 10. What is it? 108.
108.
PrimeTime Gorehounds. Thank you. I am PrimeTime Jay Thomas here with the Gorehound himself, Paul Burt. On this lovely May Friday evening, we are watching Psycho 2 from 1983. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
Oh, yeah!
Yes, indeed. Hopefully, everybody has had a great week. Hope everybody has been enjoying the spring weather. Summer is right around the corner, which is great. I think by the time we did our last show, there was still snow on the ground, so thank goodness for that. But yes, this ought to be a fun show. We're watching Psycho 2, and more importantly, Paul, how have you been?
Oh, I've been doing good. I may sound a little bit off here, folks, because I've been battling with hay fever. Yes, my allergies have come back to bite me in the ass more ways than one. Better than what it was a few days ago, because a few days ago my voice was shot, my nose was blocked, my eye got very crusty, had to pry it open again with my fingers. But I'm on the mend, so I'm doing good. But apart from that, since we were away, as you guys know, back in February, I went to the Venice Carnival once again and had a really, really good time catching up with all my old carnival friends there. Had a bunch of photos, had a good time with the costumes that I had. You guys saw that on the previous episodes we did here. And I'm just right now just trying to see if I can get some stuff going on where I'm at in my side of the world. And then in September, I'm off to Germany, Ludwigsburg, if all goes good.
Fascinating. Well, as for me, I've been really, really busy with my wrestling schedule. I've practically been going every weekend, damn near. It's like, this is like the one time I was actually free on a Friday, so I figured, why not just sticking a Gorehound show in there?
Yeah.
But what's up? What's up, Chaz? What's up, Phil? And yes, tonight we're watching Psycho 2. One of the best sequels to a horror original, and that's what the popular belief is. Of course, the sequel to the 1960 classic. Can you call Psycho a slasher?
Well,
I think it's more of a thriller than a slasher.
Yeah, but technically it was the first prototype slasher movie. When you look at the archives of it, it has those tendencies.
Technically, yes, but it doesn't have a big body count. Only 2 people die.
Yeah, but it did. I guess you could say Psycho was the movie that laid that foundation down for everything that we see now.
You can. And I believe this was my choice, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I thought so. But yes, starring the late great Anthony Perkins. Which, by the way, Paul, do you know in that famous scene with Janet Leigh, do you know that wasn't Anthony Perkins doing the stabbing? It was like a stunt. It was like I don't think it was a stunt though. It was somebody else. I think Perkins wasn't even on set that day. So imagine probably one of the most famous deaths in movie history. You're not even responsible for.
Oh, I'd be kicking myself right now if I look back and I realized this movie had that kind of legacy. That'd be something I would never live down.
Yes, because if I think correctly, I think Anthony Perkins was doing rehearsal for a play or something like that. Now, of course, Anthony Perkins, most known for Norman Bates, who unfortunately grew to kind of resent the role as the years went on because we kind of got typecast. He later started to appreciate the role later on, but he initially resented the role. Have you heard about that, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say about that, and he's not the first one that's happened to. I mean, you look at some of the actors out there that have been, that had their career start in a horror film, and most of them don't want to talk about it anymore. I mean, Jennifer Aniston would be one example of that. But
I don't
as you
blame her.
know,
I don't blame her for that. I don't blame her for that, Paul. I
well,
wouldn't
you
want
do
to talk
know
about Leprechaun either.
you do know I got that character tattooed on my arm, right?
That's cool. Yeah, but if I'm Jennifer Aniston, I wouldn't want to talk about that movie either.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, like I said, there are some people that kind of not want to be known for horror films, and then you got guys that watch a horror movie and they think to myself, man, if it wasn't for me being in that movie, I wouldn't have a career that I'm at right now. So like for me, it's like if I was involved in a major horror movie or whatever, no way would I be talking shit about it. I'd be like, man, this is the reason why I got the job.
Well, it depends on the movie.
Depends on the movie. Well, no matter what the movie is, good or bad, I'll take it because at least it gave me a start. That's the way I would see it, you know.
Yeah, we also got to consider around, especially around the 80s and stuff, like horror movies
Yeah.
was really looked down upon. I'm pretty sure, a lot of their agents was telling them, like, why are you doing that piece of garbage film? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
because as you know, guys, back in the 80s, horror movies were very looked down upon. It's not like what it is today, where you got a movie like The Substance being nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. So, but back then it was like when this movie came out. This movie came out around the beginnings of the slasher movie era, and I think I remember people were actually shocked that we were even going to get a sequel to Psycho because there was no indication, there was no hints that we were ever going to have a sequel. I mean, people thought that movie was like a one-shot deal, and then fast forward 22 years later in 1982, which is about 3 years and 2 years after Halloween 1 and 2 respectively, and about 2 years after Friday the 13th. So this movie, I guess you could say, kind of stepped into the slasher movie ring with its own little plan. Because I mean, let's face it, Psycho was the movie that started the blueprint for those movies I just mentioned.
Well, let's not forget, this movie was almost not made because because Anthony Perkins did not want to come back initially.
Yeah, he was so hesitant. And plus, also, the guy who wrote the book for the sequel, it was originally going to be a satirized Hollywood slasher film. So they had to literally rewrite everything for the sake of the film because the book was kind of a satire of it.
Yeah, yes indeed. So Paul, are you ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm 6 seconds in, about to look at the old school Universal logo, which is in black and white.
Okay. All right. So yes, we are watching the old school Universal logo. We're seeing. I'm at where you can kind of see like the Earth forming. You kind of see it's like it's what's the word? It's
Rotating.
silhouette. It's silhouette.
Yeah,
You can see it's silhouette. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, and speaking of satire, Paul, I actually rewatched some of Child's Play the other day.
Oh, you did? Cool.
Yes, and Paul, in chat, do you remember this part in the movie?
Collard greens, green beans, cheese and potato, neck bone, grits, rice, casserole, butter beans, black eyed peas, chicken nugget, and deer meat, chili fries, apple pies, and chicken thighs, sweet peas, dressing, ham hocks, and turkey necks, fried hog head, cheese, liverwurst, and bologna, Krabby Patties, roll noodles, hot links, and Kool-Aid, sugar bread, pickles, hot sauce, and Lay's.
What the fuck is that? That was fucking Child's Play. What the fuck is that? We're talking about food ingredients all of a sudden? When did he become a chef?
I saw that on Instagram a couple days ago, and I thought that was so funny. Man, I'm sorry, Paul. You can stay quiet on this. Us black people, man, we're funny people. We are funny people. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're right at the part with the old school Universal logo.
Jesus, man.
I'm sorry. I had to do it to you.
That's good. No, that's good. I needed some cheering up, so that made me laugh, man. So thanks for that.
All right, so 1983, Psycho 3, and
Psycho 3? I thought this was
the
Psycho
rules
2.
go. Oh, Psycho 2. I'm sorry, from 1983. That's what I meant to say. Yes, we are. And the rules go. We go 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play. Again, 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play.
And if you don't press play, you're gonna get a knife stuck in your mouth. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I've seen this.
Well, no, you're right. All right,
cool.
so
My memory's
here we
still
go,
good.
y'all. Yeah, so here we go, y'all. Psycho 2 and 3, 2, 1, play.
And we are in Universal, an MCA company. Oh man, it has been a long time since I've seen this movie. And this was the movie that introduced me to the whole Psycho series when I was a kid.
Let's not forget Anthony Perkins went on to go on to direct Psycho 3.
I thought it was Psycho 4.
Was it Psycho 4?
Yeah, he directed Psycho 4, which was a TV-made film.
Okay. God damn it already, Paul. Pause.
Oh, shit. Okay, I've paused it. She's just turned the show on. She's looking up at it. And Chaz is saying, did you see the movie Sinners by any chance? No, I've not seen that movie, but I've heard it's a pretty damn good vampire movie.
Okay, wait. I'm at the part where she's about to close the curtain.
Well, I'm at the part where she's looking up at the shower and it's just turned on, so.
Okay, here we go. Now she's lathering. She's lathering herself up.
I don't blame her either, man. She's got the body for it.
Hey, Jamie Lee Curtis' mama was fine as fuck.
No shit.
She was a good looking woman. She is a good looking woman. I mean, not now.
No, she ain't alive no more now.
But back then, yeah, she was fine as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, and here's
and then the father, and then Jamie Lee Curtis' father, Tony Curtis, Houdini.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
Archive footage.
This is not Tony Perkins.
No. Never knew that until now.
Now, were there a couple shots here that was not in the original film?
Yeah, a couple of shots. I think some of the shots were reshot for this movie just so they can.
Oh yeah, the stabbing in the back. Yeah, get stabbing in the back there.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the trivia, and it turns out that the original shower room is not the same one from the original movie because it got fucking stolen.
Yeah, they stole the shower head. Yep.
Yeah.
I just love how she stabbed him and she stabbed her and just walked out before she even died.
Yeah. And remember, guys, back in the 60s, the death scenes, the actors were very dramatic with their deaths back then. But yeah, like I said, like nobody expected a sequel to this movie to even happen because it gave zero indication that they were going to do it.
Yeah.
And there's the infamous Bates Motel, which I don't know if the original building's still standing after that studio fire that happened a few years back. Vera Mills.
I love the font. I love the font Psycho 2 in red against the backdrop of the house. It's great.
Yeah. I like this red backdrop
Robert Loggia. Meg Tilly, there she is.
Yep. Co-starring Dennis Franz.
Sister Jennifer Tilly.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's right. Jerry Goldsmith doing the music.
Dennis Franz, NYPD Blue.
Wow. This is a pretty stacked cast.
it's a good cast.
Production designer by John W.
I once had a friend that looked just like Dennis Franz. Dean Cundy. Dean Cundy, the photographer for Halloween 1 and 2.
Yeah. I guess Tom Holland. Oh, okay. All right.
Yep, who wrote Fright Night.
And then ended up directing Child's Play. Richard Franklin.
He did, yeah. Yeah, this is the same house, but they've remodeled it.
Yeah,
it is the same. They just remodeled it.
Yeah, it even says on the trivia that the house was reconstructed, the motel and the house set. And here's Perkins.
There he is. And of course, there's Vera Mills.
Yeah, Vera Mills.
Yeah, she played Janet Leigh's sister in the original.
Yeah. So I guess
of course she suffers a violent death in this.
Oh yeah, I remember when I first saw it on TV. Yeah, like I said, the first time I saw this was back in '97 when it was on. Well, late 1997 when it was on TV one day, and that's how I first got to know about the Psycho movies. This was my introduction to it, and I think the reason they started showing these movies then was because they had that 1998 remake, if I'm correct, one that had Vince Vaughn in it.
Terrible movie.
I've not even watched it, but from what I've been told and heard, I think I'll pass on that one.
It's a shot for Robert Loggia. Yes.
Yep, legendary actor.
But yeah, it's literally. But the one with Vince Vaughn, it's literally a shot for shot remake of the '60s film. Like literally shot for shot. It's terrible.
Just like season 2 of The Last of Us so far.
Yeah, I heard that they pulled the trigger.
Yeah, they did. I remember we were talking about this. I said if we were going to do a season 2, because they've already greenlit season 3, you could have easily had those flashback moments as episodes leading up to that moment when it happens. But no, we're fucking 2 episodes in, and the way they killed him this time, she stuck a fucking broken ghost stick in his damn neck after beating the shit out of him.
Yep.
So I was just like, I'm all angry again, like the Megadeth song goes. Am I gonna still watch it? I'm trying to, but I'm not as invested as I was with the previous season. I want to see what the Rat King looks like in the TV show, of course, but you know.
What's the matter? I don't know. I killed people in the same building like 20 years ago.
Yeah, like you really want to go back there? Okay.
Now, when they drove in, Paul, there was a big map painting in the background. It was a map painting because I think because Universal Studios by 1983 has been quite updated since the 60s. So
the studio started gaining a lot of traction, so they had a little more money to splash out on bigger studios and like studio lots, so they can have like closed productions instead of being on location. So that's how they did it with this one.
The cinematography in this movie is great, though. Shout out to Dean Cundy, bro. Sets the mood and the atmosphere of this movie really well. Feels really moody and dusty, and yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I mean this cycle is very different to the first one in some aspects.
Now this was going to be a TV movie at first.
Initially, yes, it was. They were going to do that. This movie and Psycho 3 ended up getting cinema releases, but because Psycho 3 didn't do very well at the box office, that's when they decided to, when they did the fourth one, that's when they decided to make it a TV-made movie, and that was the one that Perkins directed. And then
it got theatrical release because Anthony Perkins came back. If it wasn't
Yeah.
Anthony Perkins, it was going to be Christopher Walken, which would have been a terrible idea.
Oh Jesus! Can you imagine? That's
I
like
like Christopher Walken, but as Norman Bates, no.
no, like you
Hello,
can't
mommy.
yeah, like you cannot get an actor playing another role that somebody's established so well at, you know? Because most of the times, sometimes it'll work, but most times it don't. Chaz here says it's one of the worst. That 1998 remake was one of the worst experiences he had in a movie theater. Tried doing the remake of When a Stranger Calls. I was so pissed off. I actually demanded my money back.
Yeah, that Psycho remake was. And you know what? Again, I don't think it's sacrilegious because it was a remake of Psycho. Some people say it was sacrilegious, but I think it's because it was shot for shot remake. I think maybe if they had just done their own thing, not necessarily it wouldn't have been good necessarily, but maybe that was more of the thing you had to do.
Yeah, like one of the things I've always said, man, when it comes to remakes, if you're gonna do a remake, still keep the essence of what made the original good, but put your own spin to it. And
There's Oz Perkins there, his son.
oh yeah, that's Oz Perkins, yeah, and he's had a pretty decent run at filmmaking as of late. You know, with films like Longlegs and that Killer Toy Monkey, man. I'm just like, I actually watched that on, I actually rented it on Amazon Prime. Some of the deaths in that movie were fucked.
Anthony Perkins looks like your old math teacher or professor.
Yeah, I was thinking that too when I saw it. He kind of reminded me of my old science teacher from back in the day.
Look at those diners, those old school diners. Get the best breakfast ever. Give me a cheeseburger, some steak fries, and a nice strawberry shake.
Oh, we still got some good diners here where we are right now. I mean, you got like Augie's Pasty, and they sell all kinds of good stuff in diner-like meals. So you can go ahead and get like a bacon and cheese turnover with, or maybe a bacon bap, or like you mentioned on the menu, and they taste really good.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way any social worker would let you go back to. There's no way.
No.
Like, there's something more triggering than going back to the scene of the crime, pretty much.
that goes against protocol. You cannot send someone back to the place where the shit happened, you know, because you got to worry about triggering people like that. You got to worry about them relapsing back to their old psychotic state. You got all that shit. And that literally went against the whole, protocol, health and safety and everything.
No, I think we'd have played a good Norman Bates. Now, hear me out before you go, but hear me out.
All right.
I think, not now, but way back in the day, because it's not because they look alike, because they don't, even though they're both in their own respective ways, tall, handsome. It's Harrison Ford. And I say that because Norman Bates Harrison Ford has this naturally about him too, a shy vulnerability about him. Harrison Ford, he has a shyness to him in his demeanor. Like, watch him in, say, Regarding Henry. Although he's suffering from brain trauma, imagine that sort of simple, more shy kind of innocent, you're not expecting, or even look at him in some ways what lies beneath. There's a little bit of I don't know, there's something I think Ford could, not now, he's far too old, but way back in the day, I think he could have had the same shy, vulnerable, sort of sweet, unassuming demeanor that I think Anthony Perkins gave in Norman Bates. I think Ford could have done it.
He could have done it. I mean, if he called his agent and said, "Hey, I want to do Psycho," that probably would have been feasible. It would have happened. I could see him playing that back then. Yeah, absolutely. So if they couldn't get Anthony Perkins, that would have been the guy I would have chose.
Guys like Meg Tilly, hot as fuck.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
if I had to pick the two Tillies, the two Tillies, I would no, I would go with Meg because the one thing about Jennifer is that her voice kind of irritates me.
I kind of like it, but that's just me. But both of them are hot in my opinion.
Or how about fuck it, Paul? How about all Schwarzenegger play Norman Bates? How about that, Marty? Marty, put that cookie down.
Wow, he's been busy in the gym. He's been busy in the gym since he got locked up. I would, yeah.
Yeah, I could have pulled that off. That sweetness, shy, or Stallone could have. Hey, yo, why don't you come to the hotel? You know, have a good time.
I don't know about that.
The shirt's ripped from them posing.
Oh, jeez. That would have been...
Mom, where's the sausages? You said you was going to cook me this weekend.
No comment.
Can you imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger in a dress and a wig?
Oh, that would have been so fucked up. You know that. Oh my god, that would have been fucked. It would have been funny to see, yeah, but you know.
Holy shit, would have been frightening, yeah, but
yeah, it'd be funny to see and interesting, but okay. Oh, you can tell that stage rain. That just random like that.
Oh, clearly stage rain for sure.
Jeez. You know, I didn't even realize that was Meg Tilly after all these years.
Yeah, that's prime Meg Tilly looking good as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I last saw her recently in the in those Chucky TV series, and she was still looking good back then, even now. She's only like what, 65 now? Still looks good.
Who?
Meg Tilly.
Oh yes, she does. Jennifer, but Meg still looks good.
Yeah, I mean, like, how old's Jennifer now?
She's gotta be approaching 70.
She's 66. She's only a year older than her sister.
Okay. Yeah, because I think Jennifer was 40 when she did Bride of Chucky, which was crazy to me.
Yeah, she was like, you count back 27 years. Yeah, she was like slightly older than me, but she'd been in her 40s like me, yeah.
Hey, look, it's Sipoids!
Oh shit.
This was before he joined the force.
Yeah. He was also in Die Hard 2 as well.
Now, apparently, Paul, I don't know if you noticed, but apparently there was a beef between Anthony Perkins and Meg Tilly on set, because apparently Meg Tilly, where she grew up, she never really watched much TV, so she didn't really know of Psycho. So when she was on set with Anthony Perkins, she
Didn't talk to him.
Didn't really talk to him, didn't really understand the significance of being in this movie, didn't really give Anthony Perkins the respect, that he earned at that point, and there was kind of like tension between the two all done. So much so, I think Anthony Perkins wanted her kicked off the set, kicked off the movie.
Yeah, but half of her scenes were already shot, and the reason, like I said, the reason why Meg didn't know is because back in the day when she was a kid, she wasn't allowed to watch a lot of TV growing up. She came from that strict kind of family background, So he didn't know that until then. So it's kind of understandable why he felt the way he did, but he didn't know back then.
Imagine Arnold right here. What kind of hotel you running, yeah?
I want you off my property.
Imagine talking to Sipowicz here.
Jeez. I
Tomorrow, Mr. Tilly, and don't have any rooms in this hotel. No more.
And
at least my kids have a good time. What do his kids mates? Death.
He's giving a shit. Man, he
That's
fucking went
funny.
off.
That's funny. I love the set design though. That whole gothic mansion on top of the hill gives you so many great shots of the perspective of the motel. It's just great.
It's very. I love the color schemes as well, where you got blue in this part and then the lighting in there. I just like that.
God
That contrast.
damn, Meg Tilly looks good. Meg Tilly looks so good.
Fucking A, dude. She is smoking hot here as well, and a very good actress in her own right too.
Did she win like a Golden Globe for something?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look, see what she want to go for. Hang on.
But see, but it's about it's how Perkins plays Norman, bro. He's almost a likable character, you know. I mean, like he has
He's
this
trying to get his life back on track.
But he comes across as nerdy. He comes, he's tall, handsome. He's kind of got nerdy kind of thing about him. It's like he's unassuming. He's almost likable. You wouldn't think he's a killer.
No, you wouldn't. He's got that like social awkwardness and that insecurity. But that's what happens when you come from the upbringing that he came from.
Yeah.
Like the people, like, even if you didn't come from a fucked up background, there are people who have this introvertedness about them where they feel very awkward being around people. Like they get that social shyness and everything. And I should know because I've had instances like that happen to me as well. And I think that might be because, because he may have he might be on the spectrum too. So you got to think about those factors as well. But yeah, she won a Golden Globe, by the way, for a film called Angels of God. And she even got nominated for a Saturn Award for this movie.
Gotcha.
And she won 3 awards for Bomb Girls. It's funny too that this whole movie, when you think about it, Psycho, the book, was actually inspired by an actual serial killer who was a bit of a mama's boy too. We're talking about Ed Gein here. Yeah. Yep. And that's the guy who inspired quite a bunch of horror characters, Leatherface being one of them.
Man, that sandwich looked nasty. I love how he's offering her a sandwich, though.
Yeah. I mean, it looks an awkward-looking sandwich, but I bet it still tastes good.
Oh, Larry. I love it. I love how he stuttered there.
Yeah.
Just gives her the knife.
Why the hell did you do that? You gave him a Do you know what you just did?
She chugged that fucking milk too. God damn.
Yeah. I'm getting Silent Night, Deadly Night vibes when I saw that scene then. I thought, that's as bad as putting a Santa costume on someone.
Yeah, this is
Just eat the sandwich and go. Just eat the sandwich and go. I mean, I guess he's been locked. Like I said, he's been locked up for 22 years, and he just wants to try and get his life in track. But you got people that won't.
What is he though?
That's the question. In the beginning, you'd think he is trying to get his life on track. He's trying to move on and shit.
But is he trying to move on? No, I think that's what this movie tried to get. Is he that's what this like the events of this movie, it makes it seem like the events of this movie pushes him to being, Norman Bates again, or the question is, was he always still crazy?
Good question. You
kind of he's trying to get his life back on track. That's why I say, is he?
Yeah, you kind of you're trying to figure that out throughout the whole process of this movie until you eventually get the eventual answer.
Yeah, because Norman doesn't kill anybody in this movie.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Yeah, that's what I love about this movie. You know, spoiler alert for a movie that's been out for 30 years. Wait, but you know, a lot of it is Tilly's mom, but there's some kills where you're wondering, did Norman do that? You know,
Good question. Oh, check this out. Vera said during an interview that she never really talked to Anthony Perkins during the shooting of the original film because Alfred Hitchcock was so strict and focused, everyone was bending over backwards to get shit done. So they never had time to socialize during the original film. Well, Alfred Hitchcock was that kind of filmmaker.
Yeah, Hitchcock was kind of an asshole.
We could put Kubrick in there as well.
Kubrick was a dick.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Those filmmakers that could be total assholes, they usually end up being the ones that get called geniuses for their filmmaking ability.
Yeah, most geniuses are assholes.
Yeah, this is true. And they make some pretty good fucking classics as well, whether we agree with their way they handle filmmaking or not.
Nah, bitch, you go to the room, I'll tell you to go.
I'm not fucking sleeping in that house.
No, you...
I mean, I don't mind walking around and visiting the house, but sleeping there? Hell no. Especially in the middle of nowhere. Look how socially awkward he is, right down to you see where his feet are positioned.
Yeah.
He's still that kid.
Yeah, he's socially awkward, but it's just at the end of the film where you're like, now he's back. If they only just left him alone. Again, but you never know though.
Yeah.
Like this whole movie, they're poking the bear.
Yeah. Like I said, they wouldn't let him forget it. Fucking cancel culture before cancel culture, man.
But again, that asks the question: is he really trying, or is he faking it? Like, I don't know. It's convincing. I mean, you could get one. You can easily go, "Oh, poor Norman," but he could be playing you.
You could be playing those mind games with you, yeah.
A false sense of security, or this is their fault. That's the irony.
Yeah. You never truly know until it happens.
Well, here comes Meg Tilly nude.
Yep.
I'm ready. I got the trigger ready.
I'm gonna get my drink ready in case I start coughing. Because I know I'm gonna be gasping when I see this.
Guess she's sleeping in Norman's room. He should put the chair up. That's great.
I don't blame her.
Next day, washing the dishes. Shout out to all my dishwashers out there. I was a dishwasher. Yeah.
Too bad Tony Montana never enjoyed it.
It was only a dishwasher for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Take you a couple seconds just to wash your dishes, man. It's not gonna kill you.
But I get Janet Wood vibes from Three's Company. With Meg Tilly.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Oh, you want to know some of the actors that could have been Meg Tilly's character?
Who could have been?
Jamie Lee Curtis was considered.
Now that would have been interesting, but unfortunately she couldn't because if I remember correctly, around this time this movie was getting filmed, I think she was involved in filming
Trading Places.
Yeah, Trading Places. Because she got done with a whole bunch of slasher movies after Halloween 2. I think she did about 2 or 3 more, and that was Prom Night. Terror Train was one of them.
That could have been interesting with Jamie Lee Curtis.
It would have been. He's not going to let him forget it.
And plus, she was trying to get out of her mother's shadow and trying to get out of the horror world.
Yeah,
at the time.
Yeah, because like I said, after Halloween, that was it. She ended up being in a lot of slasher movies, but she wanted to break away from that.
She didn't want. She did initially. She didn't want to be in Halloween too.
No. And yet, it's funny because she doesn't talk about a lot of horror movies much, and she doesn't watch a lot of horror films. But yeah, she's got no problem being in them if the cash and the story's right.
Don't get me started on her on Emily Curtis, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, well, I was gonna say something about it at least. Don't get me started on Halloween Ends, man. I mean, yeah, you saw that casting choice I showed you for another remake that's coming. Ugh.
There's somebody DM'd me saying Winona Ryder. What about Winona Ryder? Winona Ryder would have been too young to play this role. This is 1983. She's probably at this point. She's probably 14, 15 at this point.
Yeah, she's probably
she was doing movies, but she was a kid.
Yeah, she was a teenager at that point.
Get away from me! You tried to kill Stallone and Cobra.
Wait, that's who that was?
Yeah, that was a girl. Yeah, that was a woman. They like one the female Night Stalker.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize she was in this.
Yeah.
Don't let that little whore in my house again. Look, wow.
Don't let that little whore in my house again. Don't let that little whore in my house again. Mother, Christopher Walken was a consideration. That's crazy.
Can you imagine if that actually did go through? Jeez.
Mommy, come on. Come on, Mommy. Come here.
I mean, he can play crazy pretty damn good, that's for sure.
See, baby, we got Norman about to freak out.
Oh, he's about to fuck. Yeah,
when he sees that note.
Yeah, he's snapping. Like you say, man, they're poking him with a stick. Wow.
Man, Meg Tilly is fine in a motherfucker. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine hot chip fat on your Oof.
That's happened to me before. I had hot grease hit me before I was a kid. Sucks.
I'll tell you one that happened, right? A couple of years back. I was cooking up some bacon and the fat spitted and it caught me right near my eyeball. That hurt.
I love this. You can tell he wants to pick up that knife. You can feel the tension.
Yeah, he just wants to grab that knife and stick it in his face. But he's like, nah, let it go. Hey, what's Dennis up to now anyway? Hang on, I'm just checking. Oh, he's retired.
Yeah.
Been retired for 20 years. He's 80 now. Damn. But like I said, he's been in a lot of films, but he's always going to get remembered for NYPD Blue. Fucking hell, he was in Scarface? I didn't realize he was in... Shit. Uncredited. He was a voiceover, immigration officer. I didn't realize that. Damn. Yeah, where did that note go? Makes you wonder, was that note really there? Is he seeing shit? Or was that actually put there? Or was it them fucking with him? Pick one.
That was a note on my wheel. But my money.
All right, Christopher Walken. You didn't get the role, but good try anyway.
yeah. It's time to quit. It's time to quit. It's time to go. It's time to get the fuck out of there, bro.
Yeah, time to go, dude. It's done.
Yeah, it's time to go home, bro.
It's done. Ooh, love that sunset.
It's a great shot.
Look at the way that silhouette looks. It looks like his mom.
Well, that was creepy.
I wonder if anybody else caught that. It's like little tiny fucking hints like that. That's what makes this movie good as well. Just little blink, you miss it kind of instances.
I remember when I was young, I was thinking to myself, like, come on, like, why the fuck is this young hot girl want to hang out with this older man? But then you're like, oh, by the end of the movie, you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's no, like, I'm about to say, there's no fucking way. Like, listen, I watch Knock Knock. If I see two hot women at my doorstep wanting to hang out with me, I'm closing the door immediately.
Yeah. All right, check this out. This is where the differences is on between the Cycle sequel book and the movie. Now, according to this on the trivia, Robert Bloch published the novel Cycle 2 in 1982. The plot was very different to what you see on this movie. Originally, it had Norman Bates escaping the mental hospital, traveling to Hollywood, California to stop a film based on his life. That's what the original story was. Now, imagine if they decided to go that route for the sequel. Would that have even been worth watching, or would you prefer the one we got right now?
Would have been interesting. Would have been interesting.
It's that what if, you know? Yeah, and apparently Meg Tilly did not attend the premiere of this sequel, and she even says here that she expressed that her worst filming experience was working with this guy.
Yeah, they did not get along at all.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He didn't know about her past at the time, and I mean, how was he supposed to know?
I'm sorry.
I know what you're thinking. Well, the shower curtain's obscuring that view for us. Yeah, that's definitely a different shower head. Move the camera down a little bit lower. Oh, fine. Fuck it. Whatever.
It's not Showtime. It's not Showtime.
No. Man.
It's not a classy way.
Yeah. What we got here?
This is such a great moment, though. I remember the first time watching that pan over, you see that noise of the same pattern over and over again, and then you slowly zoom in to you wouldn't even notice that.
No, I wouldn't even notice that either. It's so discreet. You wouldn't think it was there.
Norman, you freaky bastard.
Creepo, man.
Or is that Norman?
Nice ass. I don't know if that was Norman. Maybe it was, but me personally, I don't think it was that time around. Could be wrong though.
I don't know if I asked you this, Paul. I don't know. I don't remember if you answered this, but I think you said you prefer Jennifer. Didn't you say you prefer Jennifer?
Yeah, Jennifer is for me. She was that it girl for me at the time.
Okay, all right.
Because I remember when I first saw her, and the first movie I ever saw her in was Bride of Chucky. And keep in mind, I was about 14, 15 years old when that fourth movie came out.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say because she had a pretty long career before Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, I know. I mean, she ended up in films like Liar Liar and a whole heap of other movies. But that was the one movie I remember seeing her in first. And then I checked out her other movies, films like Bound and all that.
Moonlight Sonata. My favorite piece of classical music. So haunting yet beautiful. You heard it in Misery and all that stuff.
Yeah, and it was used to solve a puzzle on Resident Evil.
And this is actually Anthony Perkins playing the piano. I think Anthony Perkins was a piano teacher.
Yeah, very accomplished at it too.
Yeah.
Look at him, the way he's looking. You think to yourself, is he starting? He's starting to lose it. It's slowly chipping away at him.
Like I love his look. Like there's something off about him. You can feel it. And of course, being in that environment must be so triggering.
Yeah, like why would you send him? I know it's the only place he's ever known as home, but get him somewhere else, dude.
Yeah. No social worker. Yes, no social worker or doctor would go, "You're free. Go back. Yeah, go back to where it all started." Yeah, like there's no way. You're more likely to relapse if you go back in that environment.
Yeah, definitely. You would be relapsing. Like, look at this now. He's picking up the phone, and now he thinks it's his mum on the phone. I don't know about that, dude. He didn't kill nobody.
I could totally see Harrison Ford in this role. I could totally see it.
It would have worked. It definitely would have worked. Oh, and believe it or not, there was a body double used for the bathroom scene with Meg Tilly, so that wasn't even her in the shower.
Oh, it was so nice to look at.
It was. He's trying to raid the hotel bank, or he's just packing his shit. One of the two. Oh, shit. Ooh.
Oh!
This face good.
And again, is that Norman or is that the chick's mom? Like, you don't know. You don't know.
You have no idea. Oh, and I don't know if anybody realized this. This is for people who don't know. But I think if I remember correctly, that house is the same house that was also used for House of a Thousand Corpses. If I remember correctly.
It's me, Norman. I'm just here to check to see how you're doing. Now that you're back in this environment.
Yeah, like why would you, dude? You bollocks you are if you're going to send me back to the place where it all started. You bollocks, man.
Oh yes, Paul. Yeah. Oh yes, Paul. If you're ever going to kill somebody, let me know first.
Why would you send me back here in the first place? I'm trying to forget it. What the fuck?
He's got a gun!
I don't need a gun to kill you. I got a bloody kitchen knife. That's more quieter.
Woo!
Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, for anyone who's just tuned in, guys, we are watching Psycho 2. We are roughly about, let's see. We're about 42 minutes in. And so far, so good.
Mary is weird. She is very weird. Maybe she's not weird, but she is. But this is Meg Tilly preparing for a date with Norman.
Is that even a good idea?
I love that. I love that though. That little. She's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, like a little tiny reflection.
But she should know though that mother's up to shit.
Yeah. Does she even know, or is she in on it?
80s synthesizer. Love it.
Mm-hmm. I think another thing also we got to point out as well when it comes to the sequel, they definitely added some gore in this because, as you know, the first movie, totally void of it.
Well, of course, this is 83. You can do that.
Yeah.
Like keep in mind, like Halloween and Friday the 13th, it was all came out in a short amount of time. So
yeah, and keep in mind, guys, at this period of time, nobody saw movies like that before. You could say the same for Psycho when it first came out. Nobody saw anything like it. But then again, I remember there was always this argument about which movie was the first slasher movie. People were saying it was either this, the first movie, or Peepin' Tom. That Michael Powell movie.
Yep.
You could have an argumentative case about which movie was the first prototype slasher movie. And you could have a case with those two.
You could.
Mm. And then of course you had You had Wes Craven doing Last House on the Left, and of course Hills Have Eyes. You could say they were technically slasher movies as well.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Gonna do from Nightmare on Elm Street a year later.
Yep. Now, and nobody imagined that movie to explode the way it did. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was just about a year ago now, Nightmare on Elm Street has now entered the film registry.
Nice.
So it's now amongst the historic film archives, just like all the other movies we've seen. So it's nice to see a slasher movie like that getting some acknowledgement.
So he's staying in the house, but when he starts to get sidetracked, he looks to the left. He continues to paint, but there's no paint coming off his brush. Watch that. Watch. Look, he's looking to the left. There's no paint on the brush. That's funny.
No fucking paint at all, dude. Well, it technically is.
It's a little bit, but not as much as you think. Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, fuck that. I can see Meg Tilly's face on my TV. I can see it. Did you catch it?
Yeah. Damn, Anthony Perkins is jacked. You see his biceps?
Fucking hell, dude.
He's jacked. My God, damn.
How old was he when he did this?
Now, is that Veer?
Nah.
Again, it makes you wonder if he really is trying. It makes you wonder if he really is trying to move. If he really is trying to move on.
I know, but it's a combination of circumstantial shit that he's seeing and people that just won't let him forget it.
Nah, Norman. Somebody's fucking with you, Norman. They're fucking with you, Norman. Kick their ass.
Trust me, if I was in that situation, I'd be like, look, I just want to move on. Fuck off.
Great shot.
Mm.
POV up the stairs.
I got to put this in the technical bit as well. This movie actually went on to make $34 million against a $5 million budget, which is decent numbers. Oh, are you kidding me? Somebody clean the shit up for him.
That's crazy.
Wow.
They're fucking with you, Norman.
Oh, this is a whole new level.
Norman's gonna lose his shit.
He is about to go silent rage mode right now. But who would go out of their way to do that to him? Norman, get rid of that slut or I'll kill her. That's what it said on the sheet. Gotta admit, though, the bedroom does look nice. That camera angle is so... Look at this hallway. It looks like that hallway room from the first Resident Evil game. You know, you got those like two or three zombies.
Yeah.
And then you go down the stairs and you got those fucking zombie dogs ready to bust through the window. That room looked exactly like that one room. And of course, you got that infamous window, which is so, Black Christmas. And of course, Terrifier 3 does it. Oh, not good. Again, the production value and the set designs of this and the way they're pacing this movie.
Really good. It's really
very good. I'm very impressed with it.
And this is a soundstage that they're on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same. It's a Universal soundstage. It was used for films like Back to the Future, Gremlins, House of a Thousand Corpses used it. And I think this is the same studio that had that incident where parts of the place burned down. And a lot of the master copies of movies got lost. You kids, what are you doing? Didn't you learn by watching Friday the 13th? Maybe not.
Well, back then you gotta get it any way you can.
Yeah.
Couldn't really go to hotel room. Couldn't really go to hotel rooms back then.
No, that's true. But a basement? All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, she looks old and young at the same time.
That's the scary thing about it. That is so 80s as well with that attire.
Yeah, very 80s. Look at this guy going for the boob.
Yeah, he's going straight
at it. Gotta feel the boob every time.
Well, those hands are going to get somewhere. You guys picked the wrong basement.
Yeah, Jesus is watching them right now.
You notice that cross she's wearing is upside down?
I did. Yeah.
You kind of screwed up there.
Dude looks like Scott Baio. Charles in charge.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yep, time to go.
Who's that? I don't know. Let's stay here, though.
Yeah, really. Well, nice job you made. Did you see that silhouette of that person's face then? Just that's not Norman.
I wonder who that really is, because that's not Vera.
No.
It looks
He looked like a dude as well when I looked at the face closely. Oh shit.
Shit!
You're fucked.
Now,
damn.
Now it makes you think this is Norman.
You know what? Maybe that time it was. Because when I saw the dude's face turn around, it definitely looked like a dude's face in that dress. Shit you not. That was crazy when you hear Mama's voice when she was talking.
Yeah, they play that very well with this, where it was like, is it Norman or is it not Norman?
Beginning to wonder now after
they did
that
really
one.
well here. Do that really well here. Very impressive.
Now my suspicions are up after what I saw on that screen earlier.
My mother, check out the room. Mommy.
Fucking hell.
It's crazy all this on a soundstage. It's crazy.
I know. Wait, what the fuck?
Yep, now it's all.
So wait, is it was that all in his head, or did she go out of her way to pack everything up again? Now, apparently, the guy who directed this movie,
poking at the bear.
You're poking that bear with a stick. But yeah, the guy who directed this movie, his name's Richard Franklin. He was an Australian filmmaker. I'm just looking at what movies he did. He did the sequel to a film called FX. I don't know if you ever saw that one. But he also produced Blue Lagoon. And apparently he passed away 20 years ago at 58. So he was young as hell when he did this one. I'm sorry, but when I look at the cops' uniforms, I'm thinking Haddonfield right now. Don't know why. I just did. The food cellar. I think your mic's off, by the way, James. See the icon saying it's off. Okay, so we got, for anyone who's just catching up here, guys, we got a girl here that's in the back of a cop car. She's scared shitless. I don't blame her because she says her boyfriend just basically got stabbed the shit out of by someone who got very stab happy. And nobody knows where the body is. And we got Norman here who's losing his fucking head right now. Yeah, and you notice the window's been cleaned up too. Yeah, you hate dirty houses to the point where you ended up cleaning up the room that you tied it up. If it was you that did it, I don't know. Yeah, padlock would be a good idea.
Cop kind of looks like Dusty Rhodes.
I was thinking that too. Hey, I don't know if you knew this, but did you know that Brian D. Palmer was actually coined to direct this one?
I could see it. I could see it.
He turned it down, but he was actually coined to do it.
I can see it.
Oh, he would have been a good choice too.
Are you third? Nobody been here, baby.
No, Dusty. Everything's cool.
Goodbye. That's you again, Norman.
Oh, don't do my phone's kicking off already because you make me laugh. Oh. He's starting to like
he's starting to crack.
You can see it in his eyes, man.
He's starting to crack.
Should have just left him alone.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Vera. Hey. Yeah. Old school fine. Old school fine.
Mm-hmm. That she was.
Yeah. Sexy grandma.
We could definitely say that.
Yeah, sexy grandma. Yeah, would have. Yeah. Have you ever seen Bates Motel?
I've been meaning to get around to watching it. I got it on my TV planner, and I do intend to watch it. I've been, like I said, I've been so busy with trying to get a photography stuff going, but it is on my planner ready to go. There's about 4 or 5 seasons to go through.
Yeah.
Definitely want to see it.
Yeah, Vera. I always fuck up her last name, but she plays Mrs. Bates. Miss Bates, and yeah, it was a really successful show. Apparently, a lot of
Hmm.
Psycho fans enjoyed it.
I'm not surprised after seeing some of the stuff I've heard about it. I definitely need to get around to watching it. Oh my god, I see a Fallout shelter sign, and already I'm thinking that TV show and the video game. Oh, dude, look at Norman's face here and his demeanor. Here's someone who was just trying to get on with his life and move on, and now you could see the his mask of sanity is starting to come off. He can't tell what's real and what's not no more.
Yeah, he's losing it. He's cracking,
Yeah.
and it's the struggle. He doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what the fuck to do. I think Mary. I wonder what would have happened if in the scene when she wanted to run away with Norman. They have to you, Norman. Come on, you gotta go. They think it's you. Remember that?
Yeah.
I wonder what would have happened. I wonder what would happen if they left. I wonder if it would have ended up like banging or something.
Probably
I
would
think she
have.
was kind of falling for him.
She was. I think
He's
she
a real
did have
props.
some like.
He's a real props with first movie, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. But yeah, I think in the beginning she had like legit feelings for her. Oh fuck! Here we go.
Mother, and that's when you realize. That's when you realize. Oh shit! So
She's
this is
behind
what's
it all.
going down.
She's purposefully making him crazy so she can have a reader say, "Here you go." He snapped. Lock his ass up. She won't let it go. It's her that won't let it go.
Which I understand, but so she murdered her sister.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be too happy about the dude being let out either. But then again,
Family revenge.
I probably would have fallen under that same category. I'd be wanting payback too. So we're all capable of it, unfortunately.
Are you falling for him? She should have just said that.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. Can you imagine Arnold in this movie? Come on! I can't do it now!
Especially how he sounded and acted back then. Holy shit. Fucking, can you imagine him freaking out and the way he freaks out?
Oh my god.
I think his best, for me personally, the best movie to see him go ape shit is Total Recall.
Yes. It's my mother. She's in the room. Come on. What do you say? I can understand you. Come on. Oh. Total Recall. No Total Recall. Would I agree, Paul?
Yeah. I mean, he was fucking wilding in that movie.
You blew my cover.
Yeah. And then that bit when they're trying to strap him back down and goes, "You bastards!" And then when Michael Ironside punches him in the face and the way he fucking looks at him right after, I'm just like, yeah, you just gone and fucked up right now.
Yeah, the amount of cocaine Arnold probably took for that role is very evident.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he probably put Tony Montana to shame.
You really feel empathy for you feel empathy for Norman. You feel empathy for him.
Oh, shit.
You like him, and that's what's so fucked up because he's a murderer and a vicious killer.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, if my fucking bath and toilet was backing up with fucking shit like that, I'd be like, yeah, that's it. I'm gone. You can have this fucking hotel. I'm out. How the fuck did you? I don't know. You tell me. How did the bloody ass rag get in the shitter? No way I shitted that out, did I? Yeah, really. How do you explain a lot of blood back? Forget it.
Who has that much blood? Oh, what's going on?
I have no idea. It just went Evil Dead all of a sudden with that toilet. Blood backing up like that. He's losing it, man. Oh. I got a better idea. How about you just take the car and drive?
Yeah, to get the fuck out.
Just go anywhere but here. This place ain't worth it.
Why would you touch that seat with your bare hand?
Yeah, you're fucking with the evidence right there. Now, is that him looking for the eye hole?
Yeah. Might as well. Yeah, might as well lick it.
You know, that shit's gonna taste like bad iron. Fucking hell.
Yeah, sanitation 1983. Fuck you, you pussy. Wiping it in her pants and shit.
Oh.
No, I love that. No, see what just happened there? She said Norman. He came from the bottom of the stairs, causing that doubt because you're like, wait a minute, that wasn't Norman. I was looking through the window, looking through the wall.
So if that wasn't Norman, then who was it? That's the $1 million question right now. Is that a gun?
That little pea shooter.
That's a James Bond PK-90.
Wide angle, Dean. Wide angle. Leading lines. She got the gun. Why did you get that?
From my purse.
Mary's got a gun.
And gonna put a hole in your head. Oh, for fuck's sake. That fucking bathroom looks like the bathroom from... there's a lot of Resident Evil vibes in this, god damn it. I feel like playing that game now.
There are some similarities.
And you know they're remaking Resident Evil 1 again, but this time in the same style of Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4. I'll tell you what I'd like to see a remake of, though, but Capcom doesn't seem to have the balls to do it, and that's Dino Crisis.
I don't remember that movie.
You never played the Dino Crisis video game?
Not that I recall.
It came out in 1999. It was made by the same people that did the Resident Evil video games. It has that same survival horror element to it, but it's dinosaurs. Think of it as a horror version of Jurassic Park we should have got, but in a video game.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Olivia Hussey, who played Norman's mom in Psycho 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
looking hot as fuck in the movie, despite being fucking crazy.
Yep. Now here's the thing, right? I think Psycho 4 was Perkins' final movie before he passed away.
Oh shit!
The fuck?
Norman! There's somebody there! But come on, what did you say? What was that?
Give me the gun!
Give me the gun!
Fucking hell, man.
Norman, your mother's taking a shower! My mama!
The fuck? But yeah, apparently Psycho 4 was one of the last movies he did, because it turns out when he was on the set of filming Psycho 4, that's when he found out he had HIV.
HIV, yep. Yep,
He
had a lot of lovers in his day. Once again, I'm saying myself, like I said, he was a good looking guy.
Yeah. He got what
Nope, got his
he
weapon
basically took what he could get, man.
in more ways than one.
Mm-hmm. He was 60 as well. I mean, that's still a young age, man. Come on. He's got the damn knife. Shit. Love that silhouette with the window artwork there.
Yeah, that's great.
Very good. See, there's a lot of good moments like that, even if it's like subtle. You don't see that in a lot of movies these days. You kind of see a bit of that with his son directing movies, some of that filmmaking quality. Never bring a knife to a gunfight.
Gun will win every time.
Yep. Because she's got 7 little friends.
Unless you're Michael Myers.
Yeah, in that case.
Or Jason
or Art. They seem to have that bulletproof card.
Don't say that, Norman. I wonder if at this point they're feeling a lot of animosity, and really what they're thinking when they look, and I wonder if at this moment they're probably looking at each other like, "I can't fucking stand you."
They're probably there, eye language saying "fuck you."
I didn't get the sense that there was some toxicity, but they just didn't get along.
Again, though, it wasn't his fault. He didn't know about it.
Kind of like Jack and Shelley Duvall, because they didn't get along on set in The Shining.
Nope. And there was another movie where 2 well-known actors just didn't get along, got to the point where they were fist fighting. I think it was during a Scorsese's movie. I don't know which one though.
You cannot leave this room, God damn it! Yeah.
Oh shit. She's just like, I'm gonna get some sleep, and he can't even fucking sleep. I don't even know if he's had any sleep for the last couple of days.
I love this scene here.
Oh shit. Is that him geared up or someone else? Don't do it, dude.
Now, what was he gonna do here? Was he gonna kill her? Was he thinking about it? It looked like he's thinking about it. And look how he's holding the knife too. It's all awkward and it's like he's praying. Like he's holding it like he's not. He's not capable of that type of violence. He's just holding it. You know. Do you fear someone that holds a knife like that? It's great. It's so many details and performance that make you resonate. You're almost in a way.
The way he snapped turn there.
The way he turned around. Now he's holding it now. Look at his eyes. Much different.
He just snapped in the
face, Paul. Like night and day. That's a scary looking man right there. He hasn't looked that scary at any point in this entire film until right there.
Right there, that was it.
Like it turns around fast, and he had that look on his face. It was frightening.
With
the lighting and all that stuff.
And the way his eyes lit up in the dark, man.
Yep. And look, Paul. Now he's back to being vulnerable.
The dude's damaged goods.
And apparently, Paul, this was the scene right here where they had their blow up, where Anthony Perkins felt like she wasn't giving it her all.
I think she was doing okay here.
I thought she did fine. I thought she did fine. I mean, you can't really sense that there's drama between them, but apparently this was the scene where they had a blow up.
Apparently, there was another movie that had tension between two characters. Was Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron in Fury Road? There was tension with those two as well. I don't understand that sometimes. Like sometimes you get two good actors that are so good at what they do, and you wouldn't think that there was like animosity between them behind the scenes. Because that's when your acting skills get really tested, you know? Who's this?
Robert Loggia.
Right. At this point, I'm telling him, fuck you for putting me here. I'm out.
Yeah, look at Norman with his black turtleneck. Hey, work for Steve Jobs. Why not for Norman?
Yeah, why not? But you could see this is where his personality was changing, right down to what he's wearing and how he's acting. You can see he's starting to get a little more calculating.
Norman, how are you feeling in this shit? How you doing in this dump?
About as same as it was about the same as it was when you first dropped me here.
Look at that. Look at it. Got Lay's, old school Lay's potato chips, Welch's grape, Lipton tea.
Yeah.
Had all that. My grandma had all that stuff in her cabinet.
Yeah, we used to have a lot of good old school meals like that back in the day too.
Look, instant coffee.
They don't make those anymore.
Oh, yes.
Damn.
Maxwell House
coffee. If it ain't that, it's Kenko or Nescafe. And surprise. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I recognize in that kitchen.
It's my mother. But I will keep on going until I can't. I will keep milking this joke all night long. But you have to get used to it.
You're gonna mentally break me in a minute. I'm gonna fucking lose. Oh shit.
That's all right, Norman. Oh wow, I'm doing fine. Would you like a peanut butter sandwich?
Fuck. I don't know, Chris. Maybe.
Well, he's about to kill him. He's shutting the door. I had enough of your shit, Doc.
Oh, I'm done with it too. I mean,
a lot of open male masculinity shirts in this movie.
Hey, it is the 80s.
Yeah. But keep in mind, this still not really the early 80s. A lot of stuff that carried over in the late 70s still.
Yeah. And keep in mind also, Robert was going back and forth between this and filming Scarface.
Nosy ass bellhop. Wait, excuse me?
What?
That nosy ass bellhop.
Yeah, he's just like, what's going on there?
I would tear that old ass up.
I bet.
Look at that, sexy grandma.
Yeah, you know, in a strange way, some people might say this. In a strange way, she's the villain of this movie.
Now, at this point, you're thinking, wait, is there like a third person that's in on this? Because you're kind of like, wait a minute here. If you kind of believe Vera here, and you believe Mary here. Is like, is it Norma or is it somebody else?
Who is it then? If there's a third guy, who the fuck
Who's
is it?
the third man?
Yeah. I'm getting Bash at the Beach vibes right now.
Yeah, her mother is obsessed that she's not even thinking about her own child's safety.
Yeah, she won't let it go. I know she lost her sister, but she wouldn't let it fucking go.
Yeah, she's literally like damn near sacrificing her daughter to get back to make Norman look guilty.
Dude, the obsession of putting him away has driven her mad.
Look at this bellhop. Just mind your fucking business.
Yeah, like, why are you even listening in? Eavesdropping prick.
But that's me. That's me too.
Yeah.
Anytime I see some drama, I try to pay attention.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ah!
Yes, it's true. When your body decomposes in a coffin, it's all slimy as shit in there because that's your skin pretty much dissolved into.
You know that shit stinks.
Oh, it'll smell like something took 10,000 shits and died. That is nasty. Oh, by the way, that's the same skeleton that was used in Poltergeist.
Well,
at least one of them.
Hot.
She's hot. Listen to you fucking necrophiliac. We're not doing this. What are you doing here?
Paul, that's gonna be all of our final. That's gonna be our final selfie there. Us in the casket.
Oh Jesus! Here lies the primetime Gorehounds, dead. Still reviewing movies where the hell we are.
Just dead.
Died as we lived. Horror movies.
Now I think at this point Mary has had a change of heart and she's like legit trying to save him. But then again, you're like, why don't you just come clean?
Just fucking tell him at this point.
I mean, she kind of does at the end, but
yeah, but I know why she was so hesitant to tell him because she was afraid that might make him snap. Because here's someone that he believed someone gave a fuck about him. Uh-oh. This is probably the third person on the phone. So he's hearing things. That's it, man. He's gone. He's not quite completely gone yet, but that actually worked. Dude, the way he's fucking smiling, dude, like, no.
you know what's interesting though, and I mean this in actually sincerity. And again, I don't know if they thought this deep, but I do know that that writers, directors, they can think like this when you're thinking of wardrobe and how it relates. His beige pants, the house is very beige. He's in black. It means like he's a part of the house. Like he's an ornament in the house. He's not wearing anything bright colored or white collared shirt or pair of jeans.
Yes. He's definitely becoming one with this place.
As we can see his transition, you see sort of his clothing. Like you mentioned earlier, Paul, like you saw he's starting to dress different.
Yeah, because when he first got out, it was all bright, and now he's wearing dark stuff. It's like he's flipping to the dark side in terms of his sanity.
The way he's looking at her.
I know, right?
Yeah, who's trying to make you crazy? I mean, Norman, this is your opportunity. I mean, if you're really sorry, let's sleep together.
Don't worry, I won't bring the knife. Who the hell's that in the background?
Wait, where's that creep in the background?
That's that's a fucking cop.
Oh, it's cop. Oh. I was about to say.
Who's this creepo in the back?
Like, I would tell Mary, okay, if you really feel sorry for me, I want you. No, never mind. You know what I want.
Leave it alone, dude. Leave it alone. Man. Hang on, the camera's going back. What's going on here? I hate those phones.
Oh, the rotary phones?
Yeah.
The old rotary phone.
The amount of times I fucked up a phone number. Man, I know Norman killed your sister, man, but you should have just let that shit go. But I guess when she got word that he was getting out, she's like, nah, screw that. I'm not letting that happen. So you can't blame her, but at the same time, you're like, you're taking it too far now. And even this dude knows it.
It makes sense.
There's that shitty ass creek. What are we looking forward to here today, you guys?
What's going on here? Have you seen this before?
No, Dusty, I don't think I have.
How about any of this stuff?
Yeah, I kind of recognize it, but I'm not the one that threw that shit in there. Can you mind telling me how my luggage?
Rest in peace, Virgil Runnels.
Yeah.
Looks like Kevin Bacon standing next to Dusty.
I was about to say the same thing when I saw that. Then.
It's just like Kevin Bacon.
What the shit?
Kevin Bacon with a cameo with a straw hat on.
Oh, that would have been interesting if it was true.
Now, this town is so small that they're pretty much asking for volunteers. There's literally like no cops in the city.
No, just them, just the county sheriff. No state.
There are towns like that.
Yeah. I mean, we got like little small, like village towns where I'm at, but you got to get like the main police for the main town areas because some of those little villages don't even have a main police station. Especially up near Lee Moore.
Like, I think in the original movie, like Janet leaves California from. I know she leaves from California to like where's the base motel supposed to be at initially?
I think it is set in California. I'm pretty sure it was. Let me just check that. I'll go to the first movie and see if it says about it. Okay. So got from the asylum. Yeah. Just tell me where the location is, you bastards. Phoenix, Arizona. She was a real estate from Phoenix.
Gotcha.
And then it says here she sets off to drive Sam's home in the town of Fairville, which is in California, switching cars in Bakersfield. So this is in the California area.
Well, sexy grandma, don't go back in that house. Last time you was in there, Norman almost killed you.
Now
He's
been
watching.
You know he's been waiting for this.
I love this. Is a great scene.
Definitely the most gruesome moment in the movie.
She hated this scene, by the way. She hated this scene, but it's a great scene.
Like I said, they ramped up the gore in this one. Oh shit!
Now again, is this Norman? Is this someone else? I think this is Norman.
You think this was Norman, huh?
But this is a great kill, but almost feel blasphemous because of the era that she comes from. They're like, this is how we're gonna kill this woman. Oh!
And that's what happens if you don't press play.
Oh man, that might be the best kill in this franchise outside of Janet Leigh's death.
She had that knife for lunch, and the way she sounded,
yeah, Robert Loggia! Don't get in the house, Robert Loggia! You're gonna die!
Dude, this is all your fault. The reason why all this is happening.
Don't, Robert Loggia gonna die.
You brought him here. You started it all, man.
You're responsible for this and for Tony Montana getting in the drug game.
Yep. Never underestimate the other guy's greed.
Yeah, don't push your voice, Paul.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get back to my old self. I want to do that, but I was not expecting hay fever to kick my ass the way it did. I mean, sometimes it don't hit me as bad, but this time it's like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up. And that's exactly what it's done to me. That's a lot of coal.
Man, you know what, Paul? Paul, can you imagine if they did like that scene, like the scene when Vera got stabbed in the mouth? Can you imagine if they did that scene in 1960? Oh my God, she would get banned.
Oh, that movie would have been banned. You would have never seen it have a light of day in the U.S.
You would never see the light of day.
Fucking 70 years ago, you try that shit now, they'd have been screaming blue murder.
It kind of goes to show how far they came in like 20 years from 60 to 83.
Yeah.
It shows how far they came from 60 to 83. Now it's like you show that scene to anybody that's like 10 or 15, they're like, okay, what else do you got?
Yeah, you show somebody that now in this day and age, they're just like, okay, so that's it. All right, fine, whatever. Nowadays, people want to see that gore fest because otherwise they feel like you've been cheated. Yeah, you're right. I think Norman did kill that one. Finished what he started, basically.
Yeah, think about this, Paul. From 1978 to at this point, 1983, you already had The Exorcist, you already had Halloween, you already had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like Friday the 13th Part 1 and 2. Like, bro, like what? 1983 horrors had a great run.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget, in 1968 and 78, we had Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead.
Bro, man.
And Dawn of the Dead.
I would go back if I had a time machine. I would go back to live the life as a teenager in the 1980s, just for a week. Not a week. But I'll go maybe a day. Just know what it's like.
You sure you're going to be able to watch enough movies in that day?
Never mind, a week.
I would say a year.
What are you still doing here, you cute little thing? You lock yourself in my car.
Oh, fuck no.
Go lock yourself in my car.
Oh.
And open the trunk.
Man, he's fucking.
This is when she comes in. This is when she comes in and says, Norman, we have to go. He'll go, why? They'll find me anyway. I wonder what would have happened if he would have done it. They could have run off together, had like a Thelma and Louise. They could have had sex with her. He doesn't know. Norman, it's your chance. What are you doing? God damn it.
Norman, just get the fuck out of there, dude.
I don't know. Like I wonder why he wants her there. I mean, he's socially awkward. I mean, who knows if he's even had sex, right?
I don't think he did. Here's the thing, though.
I mean, he clearly has an infatuation, but it's possible he could be a virgin. I mean, they don't explore that, obviously, because it's not that deep of a movie, but look at it realistically, Norman Bates could be a virgin. It's entirely possible. He's socially awkward. He's strange. He's weird. He doesn't know what to do. I mean, right now, he's probably enjoying the hell out of this, but he really doesn't know what to do. He's a mama's boy. He's been coddled, babied.
You know, unfortunately, there are some people that have that situation. And plus, you got to keep in mind also, this place is the only place he knows. It's his only home. Why would he want to leave?
And then plus, too, who knows? He could have a boner throughout this whole entire movie. We just haven't seen it yet.
Dude, if he had a boner for this whole movie, it would be the size of a fucking tent pole.
God damn it, Norman, I put you back in that house. Why haven't you killed anybody yet?
Yeah, really. What the fuck, bro? Fucking hell.
Why haven't you killed anybody yet?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't had a reason to yet. His face when he's looking at her again, it's like partial.
Like, it's entirely possible that this could also be yeah, it's entirely possible that he's playing with people, that he already was crazy.
Yeah, it could be the case. I mean, you remember at the end of the first movie, he did give off that smile. So it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Kill her.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do that. Well, there's the wig, knife, and dress. Oh, I wonder why the camera's scrolling that way. Oh, look, there's coal. Why does it look a bit darker than usual? I remember when I saw this when I was a kid. This actually did kind of freak me out seeing this. Just fucking ew. That is so fucking gross. See, he's wrestling with a sunny day. He's even telling his mum, I don't know if I can do this. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Dude, that is just creepy the way he's just still as a statue at that point.
That would have been funny if she grabbed the phone. He was like, hello? What are you doing wearing my dress?
Norman can't come to the phone right now because he's like kind of losing it. Oh, hold on.
Oh, he's gonna die. That's genuine tears coming down her face.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, shit! No! No!
Oh, fuck!
Oh, man! That's
Now,
great. That's great.
He could have survived that initial stab wound, but when he fell and landed on that railing, that made it 10 times worse. That was fatal then.
I love how he puts his hand on his face. He's doing Macaulay Culkin like he actually gives a shit.
Yeah.
I can totally see Harrison Ford playing this role.
Yeah, he could have done it.
What is going on? What is going on? It's me, Norman. She just pulled it right out of him. Oh, he's bleeding.
Yeah, he did.
The climax has begun. Ooh!
Right in the fucking hands.
Poking him hard.
Ooh, shit! Dude, don't you get it? She's stabbing the shit out of you.
Have you ever had a paper cut? Yeah, imagine that 10 times worse.
I've had a paper cut. I've had a paper cut in between my fingers. I've had one in between my mouth, top of my head, and behind my ear. Not fun. Oh, shit.
Look at all that face. I love it. Look at it. How does she end up looking like that after just a couple hours?
I don't know.
He's just as surprised as she is.
Yeah.
Freeze! Oh no! Oh, that 80s turn.
That's
She's
so
done.
80s. And now they're gonna think she's the one that was doing it all. That's the saddest part about it. She's gonna be stigmatized for shit that she never did.
Now, if that was all as Norman, the knife would have just bent.
It would have just broke on impact. It wouldn't even made it through the skin. That dude's like made of cast iron or something. Well, he is a Terminator, so kind of makes sense.
Get a debrief of exposition here in a moment. Look at the bellhop. Yeah, of course your snitching ass said something. I heard everything. I heard it all.
Yeah, I heard it all here, man.
Yeah, this movie did pretty good at the box office. I think it came out the same. I think it came out the same time as Return of the Jedi came out, which was not a good idea.
Yeah, it came out on the 3rd of June, 1983. It made $34 million on a budget of $5 million. And when did Return of the Jedi come out? Hang on, let me just check. I'm gonna check just to make sure here. Yeah, Return of the Jedi came out the same year, but that came out a month before Cycle 2. And that son of a bitch went on to make nearly $500 million. On a budget of $32 million, which is pretty much your standard box, budget for a movie these days.
Yeah, that's the one thing that kind of sucked. The hot girl got shot and killed.
Yeah, and now she's going to be accused of the murders. Oh man, I'll be glad when this sore throat's gone. I could hear myself talking.
You can go home now, baby.
Okay, Dusty. And now he's back home. He seemed to have healed up pretty good from all those stab wounds.
He's home. He's back. I feel so upset. Like, this is a great ending here. This is a great ending.
Like I said, man, if they left him be, I don't think any of this would have happened to him.
Maybe or maybe not.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like you never truly know. But I think that if he was left alone, it wouldn't have re-triggered him. But I think he was fucked from the start because they brought him back here. Oh boy. I can tell already he's thinking about it. You can tell already, dude.
Let me put some of this fake coal in the furnace.
That's not real coal. It looks like styrofoam painted like coal.
Imagine if he pulled out Freddy's glove.
No, that would have been entertainment. That would have been entertainment right there. Well, you're not quite completely healed from those, are you? Mm-mm. Those old ass furnaces. That's what we had to keep houses warm back then, folks.
Norman with his sandwiches again.
Yep.
Look at him all alone eating. He's so socially awkward.
Yeah, and what the fuck? That looks so like Norman's mum then, that bit there then. Oh.
Now, was she... Well, I'll let you figure it out.
I remember seeing this movie a long time ago. I remember how this goes.
Okay, like, is she telling the truth? That she really is...
Maybe she is. Because once he hears it, well, you know what he does next.
I mean, you go from Meg Tilly, see what you did, and now you're...
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta go... Sometimes you gotta... Now you're stuck with her. So you gotta go with your first instinct, man. I think you should go to door number one every fucking time, bro. You went from a new car to vintage.
Yep. That's what we're doing. Oh.
Yeah, you go from a new car to a life supply. You go from a new car and trip to the Bahamas to a lifetime supply of Drano.
Drano. Oh,
I love this.
So this is really Norman's mom?
That's what she says.
It makes you wonder. Mm-hmm. Go on. Well, yeah, I mean... Well, of course she's not going to mention you.
I love how the shovel is just leaning against the... It's just there.
Yeah, the shovel's just waiting to be used. Mm.
Yeah, but Norman's mental health is completely inherited. Completely.
It's all in the genes.
Shut up, bitch, and drink your tea. Look at him. He's like, when you fucking... He's fucking pissed.
He's like, after all this fucking time. Well, there's only one way I can answer that.
Here it comes. Oh, man, here it comes. Watch.
Oh, fuck. That skull cracked. She twitched out, and, well, that's it. Well,
he cracked her with that shit.
Mission accomplished, folks.
God, stuck, blood. Stuck.
You have officially made him fucking mad again.
Now, Yep, he's back. He's whistling. He's back. This is the moment we realize that he's fully back now.
Yep. That's it. Like I said, bringing him back here was.
Now this is actually her. It's a doll. You can tell.
I know, but I'm just saying, bringing him back here was the beginning of the end.
Oh, and carrying someone fluently like that with dead weight is impressive.
I know. And then you hear this bit. Oh man, he's gone.
Also, if you look back at that scene, it looked like she actually got hit for real.
Oh yeah, I mean the way you saw her
she really got hit. If she did, she took the hit like a champ.
Yeah, like fucking.
Like Anthony really did hit her.
He straight up blasted her, man. he fucking he fucking Negan'd her, man. Bates Motel.
You.
And here's that iconic imagery. Yeah,
I know it's a map painting. It's a map painting, but it's a great shot. And
He's
Mother
back.
staying in the window.
He's back, dude.
He look like he's posing.
He is.
Should
have left him be.
If you look carefully, you can see the clouds going through his legs. Which
I did see that. Yeah. Should have left him be, dude.
Great stuff. Great. That's great. Great stuff. That was Psycho 2, ladies and gentlemen. Great movie. Oh
yeah, definitely.
But really quickly, Paul, before we got here, awesome. First of all, awesome movie. Thank you guys for enjoying. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for Psycho 2. Have you guys enjoyed the film? But really quickly before we get out of here, Paul, are there any? I bet there's quite a bit of movie news. You probably want to go through.
Oh yeah, we got a fucking shitload. I posted a bunch here for James. But right now, there's been a summer horror preview on Bloody Disgusting. There's going to be 34 horror movies that they reckon we need to keep our eyes out for. So I'm going to run down some of them for you here. We got a film coming out that just came out yesterday called A Desert, which is says here, photographer Alex Clark, which is a guy that was in Green Room, embarks on a solo road trip to capture an abandoned roadside structures. Hey, man, let me just post this link for you so you can have a look at this as well, James. I'll put it in StreamYard. So there you go. There's that one. So that's, and it says here, abandoned roadside structures and buildings in the desolate stretches of southwestern desert, hoping to reinvigorate his stalled career. In director Joshua Elkin's featured debut. Instead, Alex finds himself trapped in an unsettling nightmare when a rowdy Rennie, played by Zachary Ray Sherman, knocks on his motel room door. Psycho, anybody? In true neo-noir form, there's a savage nihilism to this movie. Okay, so this is kind of like a psychological horror movie. That could be worth watching. Got something here called Holy Night Demon Hunters, which also came out yesterday. It looks like it's got the guy. Remember that guy that was a badass and Train to Busan? He's in this movie, apparently. That looks like it's going to be a good one. What's this? Clown in a Cornfield. Yes, I've had my eye on this movie. It looks like a pretty cool slash movie, which is going to be dropping in the cinemas on the 9th of May. And it's going to also be on Shudder at some point later on. We got a movie here called Daydreamers, which is dropping on the 9th of May. Another movie here called Cryptic. Oh, actually, no. That movie Daydreamers is actually this is the first ever vampire movie from Vietnam. So this is a Vietnam-made vampire movie. Something to keep an eye out here for. Got another movie here called Cryptic, which looks like a horror movie set in the woods. That could be worth a watch. Sword Torn. Yeah, I saw that on Shudder. I was thinking about maybe watching that later this week. I might actually get around to doing that. Now, I don't know if you knew this, James, but do you remember a horror movie that came out in 2006 called The Breed? You know, the one with where Michelle
It's about the
Rodriguez
dogs, right?
Yeah. Well, we have a sequel coming out, and your favorite chick from the Scream movies is in it.
Jenna Ortega?
No, Hayden.
Oh, really? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
she's in the sequel to The Breed. That's going to be dropping on the 16th of May. And also dropping on the 16th of May, folks, Final Destination 6, the first movie in 14 years. That's going to be one of the big ones. And speaking of Jenna Ortega, she's in a horror movie here called Hurry Up Tomorrow. That's going to be dropping on the 16th of May. What else we got here? We got a new Fear Street movie dropping on Netflix, which is, I did see the trailer for that. That actually looks like it's going to be a cool one. What have we got here? Got something here called The Surrender, which is a movie that's going to be on Shudder. That's dropping in the 23rd of May. Got another movie called Bring Her Back, which is, hang on, isn't that the sequel to Talk to Me? I think it's from the same people who did it. Dangerous Animals on June 6th. I Don't Understand You on June 6th, which is looks like a, hang on, let me see what it is. It's like an Italian horror movie. We have an animated movie based on the Predator series called Killer of Killers. That's going to be dropping on Hulu on the 6th of June. And speaking of Predator, did you see the trailer for that new one that's coming out, dude?
I did.
Yeah. Apparently that's going to be dropping on the 7th of November. And one of the things that interests me about it is that this new Predator movie is taking place on the Predator's home planet. The Predator that you see is actually a very younger version of the Predator. And get this too, this is a first. The main good guy character is the Predator. So he's not the antagonist. He's the protagonist in this one.
I mean, I've seen that before. So
yeah, briefly, but this is like front and center type stuff. And that woman that you see that he's with, she's a Weyland Yutani android. So I'm sensing an Alien and Predator crossover here. But I'm talking in terms of the recent Alien movie and the recent Predator movies. They're doing that kind of crossover. I don't know where they're going to go with that, but that's the thing I've been hearing. Now, of course, June 20th, and this for me is the biggest movie event of the year for me, and that's 28 years later. I've waited a long fucking time to see that one come back. That's going to be dropping on the 20th of June. You got a Megan sequel on the 27th. Jurassic World Rebirth. Do we really need another Jurassic Park movie? I thought it ended on Dominion, but okay. Of course, also on July 18th, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Saw the trailer for that one too. That one looks like it could be good. It's definitely a sequel to the second movie. So that could be fun. Yeah, and there's that other movie as well that came out. Weapons. Did you see the trailer for that?
I have not.
That is an interesting one. It's like, how do I explain it? All of a sudden, this one evening, these kids wake up in the middle of the night. They leave their house and they don't come back. There's something, it looks like it's kind of like a supernatural type horror movie. It's being directed by the guy who did Barbarian. Who, interestingly,
Exorcist believer.
And interestingly
that's pretty much the plot of Exorcist believer.
Sounds like it. But I'm gonna wait until that movie comes out and then I'll drop my thoughts on it. But interesting enough, the guy who directed that movie, like I said, he did Barbarian, and he's also going to be doing the next Resident Evil movie, which I find is an interesting choice. August 29th, Toxic Avenger. I am so looking forward to seeing that one because, again, I'm someone who saw the original Trauma movies. So I'm actually happy that Cineverse picked up the rights to it because originally this movie was not going to come out because Legendary Pictures was like, nah, we can't release this. But the studio that did Terrifier movies, they said, nah, give it here. We'll release it unrated, and that's what we're getting. So that's going to be a good one. I'm looking at some of the others, but there's not a lot that catches my eye. So that's the list of movies that I've been seeing. Now, as far as other movie news, I'm going to scroll up in your chat box. Now, did you know about the movie that Liv Morgan's going to be involved in?
I heard that she's leaving the film a movie for sure.
Yeah. Well, it turns out the movie she's involved in is a Japanese remake of Bad Lieutenant. And it's being directed by the guy who did Itchy the Killer and 13 Assassins. That's the movie she's going to be in. And she's got a lead role in it too.
Good for her.
So that I'm definitely going to be interested in checking out. As I said, we got Fear Street. Oh yeah, one of the actresses who was in Carrie and Dream Warriors, I think her name was Priscilla. She passed away at 100. And hello. I'll drop you the link. Hang on, I'm going to put it in your StreamYard. I'm just going to open it up in a minute. Here you go. It's in StreamYard right now.
Oh, the nurse. Oh, yeah, the nurse. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The nurse and her and one flew over cuckoo's nest. Yeah, the nurse everybody hated.
Yeah, that bitch. No, I don't hate the person, but the actor, but the character that she played as in that movie. Yeah.
And she was in Carrie.
Yeah, that is true. Now here's one bit of movie news that was not on my bingo card. Do you remember the 2009 remake of Sorority Row?
Yes.
We have a sequel coming.
Okay.
So that's going to be apparently that the people that was involved in doing the original movie, the 2009 one, Josh Stroberg and Peter Goldfinger, they're going to be involved in scripting this sequel that's going to be coming out. So they've been trying to get this movie off the ground for a while because, as you know, Lionsgate have been busy owning the rights to it. So they've not been willing to let that one go. But apparently it looks like it's in the works. They had a little bit of a makeup test with one of the characters, and it's definitely going to be happening. I'm not sure when they're going to start filming, but we do know that they're in the planning stages of it right now. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out for. Now, a little bit of movie news that pissed me off. Well, it depends on if you like this or not. Now, you guys know there's going to be a remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night coming out. I found out who's going to be playing Billy, the main character, the one that snaps and goes crazy. And I'm not too happy about this casting choice. James will probably understand why. But the person they got to play the killer in this upcoming remake is the same motherfucker that played Corey Cunningham in Halloween Hens.
Rowan Campbell.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like,
go to jail. That's what happened. This is some bullshit.
You all right?
Yes, it is some bullshit. Now, nothing against him as an actor, but his role in Halloween Ends has, and still has to this day, folks, left a sour taste in my fucking mouth. So the idea of him playing in another classic remake and playing, such a large role like this, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Yes, he can play a crazy character, and maybe it's just me being too biased. But yeah, when I first saw that news, I was initially pissed. But I'm gonna try and let that shit go. I'm gonna see what he does on this, and I want to see a trailer. I want to see some movie shots. If he convinces me, okay, fine. But yes, when I first found out about it, I was like, I don't know about this.
I already know he's going to do good. I already know. With me, in my opinion, I've always said the performance of Rowan Campbell was never the problem with me.
No, I mean, I had nothing against his performance, but I think it's because I was so invested in that trilogy after seeing how good Halloween Kills was. I was expecting that same momentum. And then to have Myers take a back seat for that character, that's where it's just, I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? So there's that. Oh, and also, guys, for anyone who doesn't know, we had another actress who passed away, and that was the actress who played Tina in Friday the 13th, Part 7. She passed away at the age of 64.
Yes, rest in peace to Laura Parr Lincoln, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw that news, I remember literally telling James, like, right out of the blue, because I was about to go to sleep. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just drop it in his inbox. I was like, dude, Tina's gone. And he must have been like, what?
I mean, Friday the 13th, Part 7, not my favorite, but I always enjoyed the Tina character, and yeah, rest in peace to her.
Yeah, it's a shame that happened because a lot of people say she was like one of the nicest people you could meet at the horror convention. She always liked meeting her fans that was involved, you know, that loved her role in that movie. So, such a shame too, because she was, I heard she was really nice. Now, here's another piece of news that I saw on here. I've just put it in StreamYard as well. There's going to be a new adaptation of Reanimator. Now, when I heard this piece of news, I was like, you guys are going to remake Reanimator? How the hell are you going to be able to pull that off? Because you're not going to be able to get away with what that movie did, especially the original one. Because that movie was pretty much fucking out there. But apparently, this is what it goes like. The people that were involved in a movie called The Haunting in Connecticut, Adam Simon and Tim Matloff, they're in talks of creating a new adaptation of this movie. It is said to be the first in a series of elevated genre. Oh, shit. They're going to be going for the elevated route.
There's that word! There's that word!
So, okay, let me get this right. You're going to turn a classic 80s gore fest into a highbrow, elevated horror movie. I know it's based on a H.P. Lovecraft story, but for fuck's sake, that's what made Reanimator fun to watch. It was meant to be crazy and zany, you know, and a gore fest. And now you're going to turn it into... I'm not happy about that possible idea. I don't know, but let me keep reading. Let me keep reading here. Herbert West Reanimator centers on the brilliant but mercurial physician Herbert West, whose rabid obsession and pursuit of life extension succeeds to a horrifying effect. This news arrives as the short story's first feature was the 1985 classic, which now is officially 40 years old. This loose retelling of H.P.'s Lovecraft goes for the jugular in terms of gore and laughs, and that's what that's what that first movie did. So it looks like, according to this, it seems like they're going to be going for a more serious approach. And I'm guessing because these guys did that Haunting in Connecticut, you can expect that kind of style of movie. If you guys have seen that movie, I guess you know what to expect with this. When maybe I'll be wrong about this. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping they keep some of the elements of the original film.
Listen. Look, I am sick. Listen, I'm really starting to get annoyed with Look, I'm always I don't got a problem. You know me. I do feel like shit needs to be elevated. But some of these reading rainbow ass niggas, bro, that's watching these movies now that think they know it all, they know better than us. It's like, yo, just shut up. Like, I literally had an argument with a younger relative of mine who shits on 80s horror and all that stuff. He says,
what?
Like, yes. Like, this ain't the 80s anymore, bro. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, reading rainbow weirdo.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere show and ways to grow a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Jeez. But but listen, man. All right.
But that's my new term for all these weirdos, man. The reading rainbow. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to put that in. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
Listen, man. I try to be as respectful and courteous to people as I can. But like, when you try to change the formula of any kind of media, whether it's a movie, video game, just to cater to today's generation, okay, fine. But if you're going to completely 180 shit like that, you're going to alienate the old school fans like me. So I'm nervous about this reanimated movie. I hope it's good. I hope they still maintain what the original movie did. But if they go completely in that highbrow direction, you know me, James, I will fucking drop on that movie from a very big height. And it won't be pretty. Because if anybody is new here, you know how much I hate Halloween Ends. You know how much I hate Ghostbusters, the 2016 one. You know how much I hate Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. I've made no bones about these kind of movies. So, I don't know. Again, we will just wait and see. I just hope it's not a complete clusterfuck. But again, we're just going to have to wait. That's just how it is, man. But yeah, as for Cycle 2.
Yeah, shout out to the reading rainbow.
Hey, if that's what you'd like, man, I'm cool with it. But anyway, yeah, Cycle 2, man. Still one of my favorite movies in the series. And again, it was the movie that introduced me to the franchise when I saw it as a kid, when it was on TV back in the late 90s. I really liked how this movie was put together. You know, the way the cinematography was, the performances from these cast members, and just those subtle moments that you saw, and that seed of doubt that they put in where you think, is he really doing this? Or is he really snapping? And then we get our answer at the end, you know. And Anthony Perkins once again puts on a good performance.
It's like a mystery. It's like a mystery movie.
It was a psychological slasher movie with slasher elements to it. But this movie was more of a mind fuck. But it was done in such a good way. And, you know, like James was bringing up, what if Harrison Ford ended up playing Norman Bates? I could have seen that happening too. That would have been very interesting if they went in that direction.
Early 80s Harrison Ford? Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. If they did that, man, that would have been quite an interesting spin right there. But all in all, man, again, how long has it been since I last saw this movie? Fucking hell. It's been about 21 years since I last saw Cycle 2, man. So to see it again, with a fresh pair of eyes, now it makes me want to check out Bates Motel. So hopefully it's still in my TV planner because I'm definitely going to fucking watch it. So if anybody's never seen the Cycle movies, guys, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth your time.
Indeed. And like I said, sorry, I'm eating, but
that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's a really good film. I can say Psycho 1 and 2 are two of the better films, two of the best films in the franchise. Andy Perkins, is fantastic in the role. I thought Meg Tilly did really good in the role. I really love the suspense. The cinematography is really good. The story I was being told, I dug it. I think it's an awesome movie. I also
definitely. No doubt about it. I mean, This is one of those rare, like nobody expected Psycho to ever get a sequel. So to have this happen, it was quite a pleasant surprise for a lot of people, and it turned out to be surprisingly good.
Well, thank God, man. Well, thank God for Tony Perkins. Otherwise, we would have been stuck with Mama. But
Yeah. That would have been bad.
no disrespect to Walken, but as Norman Bates, come on, stop it.
No,
But,
he definitely wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, it would have been so miscast. So yeah, so Paul, now again, next Friday is probably unlikely. I'll hit you up on when it'll probably be next week for sure. Probably won't be Friday, but what's the next one we got lined up?
Now, originally, I had a nuclear apocalypse movie out, but I'm gonna put that on the back burner because I just realized these next 3 months we're gonna be seeing the return of 3 well-known horror franchises, starting this month, and then one in June, and then one in July. So, for my next pick, I figured seeing that in 2 weeks, we're going to be seeing the return of this particular franchise, and it's its first one in 14 years. And seeing that we saw the first movie not too long ago, back in June of 2023, if I'm correct, I figured let's pick up where we left off. You know which film I'm about to mention here, James? But for those who don't know, we're going to have a date with death once again. To celebrate the release of Final Destination 6 in 2 weeks, we're picking up where we left off. Final Destination 2.
All right. Cool. And the next movie I got, it's a movie I hated. I haven't watched since 2015.
Oh, no.
I saw this movie twice. One when it initially came out, and one when me and Arlo reviewed it.
Oh, no.
So, going back to the big three. And 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, shit.
Yep. That's where we're going.
Oh, shit. Well, here's the thing, right? I went to see that movie in the cinema when it came out. Now, nothing against Jackie Earle Haley. I felt he was the right pick to replace Robert Englund as Freddy. He just didn't have a whole lot to do. And that's what hurts a movie, in my opinion, as well as other things.
And he got the worst final girl in movie history.
Ugh.
Rooney Mara was horrible.
Yeah. I mean, like, that movie, I remember when they first announced the trailer and it was coming out on Devil's Night, April 30th. I was just like, okay, this could be worth checking out. And after coming off the success of Watchmen, I mean, the actor who played Freddy Krueger, after playing Rorschach, he was kind of like a big deal at that point. So when I heard he was playing Freddy, I thought, oh, cool. Then I go see it, and I'm just like, yeah, they dropped the ball here on this one.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they fucked up. And it's a damn shame, too, because visually it looked pretty damn good. Especially with today's technology. The stuff you could do what they couldn't do back then, it worked visual-wise, but story and performance-wise, it was just... So, yeah.
But yeah, well, we'll see if my feelings change.
I don't know if they have. Mine is... My overall feelings of it is well, I didn't hate it. It came out for me as being I was disappointed.
Just disappointed, eh?
Yeah, I was very disappointed because I was hyped up for it, and I felt like it was a bit of a letdown. It was a letdown for me. So yeah, I ain't angry. I'm just disappointed. You know where I was going there.
Yeah. But yeah, folks, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Paul, so people where they can find you.
All right. Well, if you're on Facebook, guys, you can go ahead and find me on Paul Burt's Photography Corner. Got a lot of photos from recent gigs that I was been at, and of course the Venice Carnival. A lot of good photos. I'm going to show James a few of those photos when we get off the air. If you want to see horror movies, go on Support Indie Horror. That's on Facebook as well. I'm on Instagram. If you're on Twitch, type in Gorehound 1983, and if you're on Blue Sky, you can find me on there too.
Well, of course, you can find me at PrimeTime James Thomas, which is my Twitter page, PrimeTime Podcast, which is my professional wrestling channel, and PrimeTime James Thomas, which is my professional wrestling channel. We can find all my wrestling matches. Thank you all for hanging out with us for another edition of PrimeTime Gorehounds. For Psycho 2, everyone have yourselves a great weekend. I am PrimeTime James Thomas for the Gorehound self, Paul Berg. We'll see you guys next time for Final Destination 2. Hit that like and subscribe button. Have a great weekend, and we are out. Peace.
Laters.